If your Etsy shop is making under $500 a month and has been making under $500 a month for more than 6 months, I need you to hear this. It's not your products. I have coached over 17,000 students and I have been selling on Etsy myself since 2016. And I have seen gorgeous shops with beautiful photos and perfect SEO sitting at $150 a month for years. And I have seen average looking shops clearing $5,000 a month like clockwork. The difference comes down to four questions. Four questions that the $5,000 shops can answer and the stock shops can't. So in this video, I'm going to be walking you through all four. And for each one, I'm going to give you a move that you can make in your shop today. Then I'm going to show you a shop that went from invisible to unmissable by fixing exactly this. And question number 3, that's the one that almost nobody can answer, is also the one that predicts everything. So let's get started. And here's what most sellers do when the shop isn't growing. They tweak the SEO, they switch up the photos, they add new products, they drop the price, they raise the price, maybe they catch a viral week on TikTok, get a spike, and then flat again. Sounds familiar? And here's the frustrating part. None of that is wrong exactly. Good SEO matters, good photos matters, but those are tactics, and tactics without a foundation are like decorating a house that doesn't have walls yet. Most of the shops that land in my inbox are stuck under a few $100s a month, not because Etsy is saturated and not because the seller has bad taste, because they skipped the one step that decides whether a shop can grow at all. They went straight to listing products and they never built a business. So let me say that again, because this is the whole video. Listing products on Etsy is not the same thing as building a business. One is a transaction and the other is a system. And you could tell which one you have the moment sales slow down. If you build a business, you know exactly what to do next. And if you list the products, you are guessing. And I learned this the hard way in my own shop early on. I was obsessed with finding the right products. I researched trends. I jumped on them, list as fast as I could. I had months where I made great money and months where I made almost nothing. And I couldn't figure out why. Because I thought consistency came from having the right product at the right time. It doesn't. Consistency comes from what's underneath the shop. Once I built that layer, the unpredictable months stopped. Not perfectly, nothing's perfect, but the floor went up from there and it stayed there. So what is underneath the shop is 4 questions. Answer all 4 and every tactic you run starts working harder. Miss 2 or more and nothing you optimize will stick. So let's go through them one at a time. And like I promised, you are getting a move for each one that you could make today. Question 1. Who specifically are you building this shop for? Not women who like home decor. That's not a customer. That's a demographic. A real customer is a 34-year-old first-time homeowner who just moved out of an apartment and is obsessing over making her space feel intentional without blowing her budget. She has specific fears, specific language, specific things that she types in the search bar at 11 p.m. And when you know her that specifically, everything downstream gets easier. Your titles stop being keyword soup and start being the exact phrase she searches. Your photos show the product in her space, not on a white background. Your shop looks like it was built for her because it was. That's not a marketing trick. That is the difference between a shop that converts and a shop that gets traffic and doesn't sell. Now, here's your move for today. Write one sentence that describes your buyer situation, not their demographic, their life stage, her problem, the moment she goes looking for what you sell. If your sentence could describe 10 million people, it's not done. Keep sharpening until you could picture one person. Question 2, is there real validated demand for what you are selling? Now, I want you to be careful here because I know a lot of you did research before you open your shop. You looked at the competition, you saw other people selling similar things, so you figured the demand was there. But seeing that others sell something is not the same as validating that your specific version has a buyer. Validation means 3 things that are true at the same time. Real people with real money are searching for this. They're not being perfectly served by what already exists, and there's a gap that you can step into. That's a complete different process than seeing a trend and jumping on it. A trend tells you the man is sister for someone else. Validation tells you there's room for you. So your move for today is to take your main keyword and shop it like a buyer. Open the top 20 results and write 2 lists. First, what do they all have in common? And second, What is none of them doing? That second list is where your shop lives. And if the second list comes up empty, that's your answer too. And trust me, it's better to know now than after another year of listing. Question 3, and this is the one I told you about at the start. Why should someone buy from you instead of the 500 other shops selling something similar? This is a question that most sellers skip because it's uncomfortable, but it is the most important one on the list. If you can't answer in one sentence, not a paragraph, just one sentence, your shop doesn't have positioning yet. It's just in the pile. And here's the good news. Your answer doesn't have to be dramatic. It could be something simple like, I am the only shop on N.I.C.H.E making planners specifically for night shift nurses. That's a position. That's a reason to choose you. So test yourself right now. Pause this video and say your one sentence out loud. Now, if your sentence starts with high quality or unique handmade or made with love, that's not a position. Every shop on N.I.C.H.E says that. A position names a specific buyer, a specific problem that you solve better than anyone else in the space. And here's why this question predicts everything. Your answer to question 3 is what makes questions 1 and 2 usable. It's the sentence that tells your SEO which keywords matter, tells your photos what to show, and tells a buyer in 3 seconds why she is in the right place. No positioning, and every tactic you run is generic by default. Question 4, do buyers trust you enough to buy? Trust on N.I.C.H.E isn't just reviews, though they matter. Trust is consistency, consistent photos, consistent tone, consistent branding, a shop that looks like it was built on purpose. When someone lands on your page, they are making a split-second decision about whether you are a real business or someone who threw up some listings. That decision happens in about 3 seconds, and it happens entirely based on what they see before they even read a single word. Your move for today is to screenshot your shop homepage and send it to someone who has never seen it and ask them 2 questions. What does this shop sell and who is it for? If they hesitate on either one, your buyers are hesitating too, except your buyers don't tell you. They just leave. Now, here's what I want you to notice about all 4 of these. None of them are about the product itself. Every single one is about the foundation the product sits on. The sellers clearing $5,000 a month have answered all 4, even if they have never named what they did. The sellers stuck at 200 are usually missing at least 2 of these. And if it still feels a little abstract, stay with me because I'm about to show you exactly what it looks like when a shop fixes this. The shift is bigger than you think. And let me paint you a picture because I see this exact situation in student shops every single week. Imagine a seller with a digital wall art shop. Beautiful work, clean mock-ups, solid SEO, a couple hundred listings, and she's stuck. Lots of views, almost no sales. And here's why. If you type digital wall art into N.I.C.H.E, you get hundreds of thousands of results. She's not a shop in that search. She's a grain of sand. Sound like anyone you know? Now watch what happens when she goes back to the 4 questions. And here's the part that I need you to catch. She doesn't change the product. She changes the position. She goes from digital wall art to calming art set for therapists setting up their first private practice office. A real buyer, a real moment in her life, a real specific problem that no generic art shop is solving. And watch how every question snaps into place behind the one decision. So question 1 gets a real answer. Not people who like wall art. A therapist who just signed a lease on her first office needs the space to feel calming and professional by her first client session and has no idea what to put on the walls. Question number 2, validated. Hundreds of thousands of shops selling wall art, almost none of them speaking to her. Question 3 becomes one clean sentence, the only art shop on N.I.C.H.E built for therapy offices. And question 4 basically fixes itself. Because when every mock-up shows the art in an office setting, every title speaks her language, and the shop banner says exactly who it is for, the shop instantly looks like it was built on purpose. Trust in 3 seconds. The mock-up changes, the title changes, the description language changes. She starts selling in sets instead of single prints because nobody furnishes an office 1 frame at a time. And the competition drops dramatically because she isn't in the wall art pile anymore. She's the only one solving that specific problem. And that's what a foundation does. It doesn't just tell you what to sell, it tells you who you're selling to, why they would choose you, and how to talk to them in a way that converts. And every tactic, like your SEO, your photos, your pricing, your marketing, becomes 10 times more effective once that foundation is underneath it. So here's the belief I want to live with you today because it changes how you look at your shop tonight. The reason most Etsy sellers stay stuck isn't a mystery. It's not that Etsy is oversaturated. People are breaking six figures on this platform every single year. It's not that there's a secret formula no one's sharing. It's that most people build on the wrong layer. They optimize the surface of the shop. They never build what's underneath it. And if that's you, I want to be clear about something. This is not a you problem. You have been working hard. You have been following the advice. The advice just started at the wrong step. Almost everyone in the space teaches the tactics first and they skip the foundation entirely. You did what you were taught. Now, the moment you shift your energy from how do I get more traffic to do I actually have the right foundation, everything changes. Not overnight, because building a real business takes time, but the direction gets clear, the decisions get easier, and growth becomes consistent instead of random. Now, if you watched this and thought this is exactly what's been missing in my shop, here's what I want you to know. Those 4 questions have a repeatable process behind them. Inside my program, I teach it as the niche framework. It's 5 steps that you take from I have a general idea of what I want to sell to a validated specific niche that can actually support a real business built on evidence, market data, and real buyer behavior, not trends and not gut feelings. That framework is in phase 1 of a course that I'm building called the Shop Growth System. Is everything I talked about today built in a complete phase by phase program: the foundation, the niche validation, the product strategy, the discovery system, and the growth plan. The whole system in the right order with me walking you through every single step. It's the most complete thing I have ever built. And it's not open yet, but when it opens, the people on my wait list get first access before anyone else. So do one thing right now, comment the word waitlist below, and I will personally make sure that you are the first one to know when doors open. I read my comments and I will see you there. And if this video gave you clarity, send it to an Etsy seller who needs it and subscribe because we are just getting started. Thank you for watching.